Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ethan, and I'm kind of sideways right now, and I'm in my car. Yeah, not a ideal filming spot, but you know, it's fine. I figured I needed to try to get something up this week because because I have had no time to film. So this story happened like not that long ago. Maybe like I want to say, I'll just say 3 weeks, maybe 4, but I feel like it's 3. I don't know. Don't really remember what day it was. Probably not important. But me, my mom, and my sister, we're all at home, you know, we're just minding our own business, and my mom and my sister had to run over to my grandma's for something, I think. Help them out with something. I don't remember. Not the point. Not important. So, basically, my sister had ordered a computer, and she was, like, waiting for a computer to come, and, like, most of the time, when you order something like that, you kind of have to be, like, I just heard something. So there's this lady, and she's outside walking her dog right now. Oh, wait, now the other neighbor came outside. I'm just gonna wait until they pass by. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna... She's like walking her dog, I think, and I don't know where they are. Where did they go? Wait, they're already passing. Are they gone? There they are, there they are, there they are. Okay, so they're probably like far enough away now, but I was like, she like walked right beside me, so I was like, ooh, I don't want to say anything. It actually feels like so good outside, but I think it's fixing to storm. I don't know. I mean, it's like really cloudy looking, but it feels amazing, which is like coming from like 90 degrees every day to this is like, thank God. I'm so ready for fall, y'all. I can't. It's like I can't take any more. Okay, so anyway, where was I? Got really sidetracked. My sister was waiting on her computer to come, and like normally you have to be like there to sign for the computer, otherwise they won't leave it. They'll just take it back with them and leave like this paper on your door, and it's like super annoying. So my sister was like, you need to stay here, like you have to be here to sign for my computer, because if not, like they'll take it away and I need it like right now. And you know, she was like giving me the rundown, so I'm like, okay, fine. I didn't want to stay, I wanted to go, because I like, something about me, I hate staying home when everybody else is going somewhere. Like if you're going somewhere, I will go with you. Like that's not an option. But anyway, it had to be an option this particular day. So I'm like, okay. Like, I mean, I've signed for packages before. I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm a pro at this. I got you. Okay. So I decided I'd walk down the driveway with them, because like my grandma doesn't really live that far away from us. She literally lives like, I mean, we live like way back in the woods, and like our driveway is like extremely long. And our grandma's house, she has like property that literally butts up against our property. So like it's maybe like a good maybe 5-minute walk. So I was like, you know what, I'll walk down the driveway with them, and then I'll just turn around and come back. Because I mean, when you're at my grandparents' house, like you can't really see like if anybody's coming down our driveway and stuff, because it's like, you know, distance and trees and stuff like that. So that's why they wanted me to stay home. So I like go with them to a certain point, and then I'm like, okay, and then I turn around and I come back to the house. So I get back into the house, and I'm like walking into my dining room, and the way that my house is like set up is like when you go in through the front door, like, you kind of enter into, like, the entryway / living room, and then there's, like, the big rock fireplace thing. And then if you turn to the, what is my directions? If you turn to the right, there's my dining room, and my dining room has, like, a bay window kind of thing that, like, overlooks, like, the front of our house and, like, the driveway and stuff. And then there's, like, the kitchen that connects to the dining room, and then the kitchen window, it overlooks, like, the whole side of my driveway, like, where you would be pulling up to the garage doors and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm losing my voice today. Like, do I sound like a raspy psycho? I mean, whatever. Oh well, dang it. I'm, like, walking into, like, the kitchen / dining room area, and I'm like, hello, what else would I be in there for? I'm hungry. So I'm, like, getting food, and then I'm walking past the bay window in the dining room, and I see, like, the, like, FedEx truck. Am I allowed to say that? Like, is that okay? I'm just gonna say it. Anyway, so it was a FedEx truck, and he, like, pulls up, you know, and he, like, stops kind of where, like, our trash cans would be, which is, like, maybe, it's a little bit of a distance from our house. It's not, like, I don't know how to describe it, but, like, probably would be, like, where I filmed the, James Ghost Story Graveyard video. So he pulls up kind of, like, nearby where we keep our trash cans outside. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, he's here now. Yay, that's, like, perfect timing, right? So I'm, like, starting to walk to my front door, and then he, like, pulls all the way down instead, like, all the way, like, to our garage doors, and then he, like, turns around and then drives away. And I was like, what? Maybe he left a package. And so, like, I walk outside, and, like, there's no package, and I'm like, okay, so just drive away. Okay. And then I'm like, my sister is gonna kill me. She's gonna think it's my fault because I didn't get the package, but it's really, like, you know, he didn't leave anything. So I'm like, okay, maybe this wasn't the right FedEx truck. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that works. And so then he backs up again, and he's, like, kind of nearby where our trash cans would be. And I'm like, okay. So then he turns and goes all the way down that backside of our driveway to our neighbor's house, which used to be my cousin's house. And I'm like, okay, like, clearly he doesn't know where he's going. Like, this happens all the time with our mail trucks and, like, UPS, FedEx, whatever. Like, they get our addresses mixed up. Like, they'll go to my grandparents, they'll go to my neighbors, they'll go to mine. Like, they're, like, stupid when it comes to where we live. So I'm just assuming that he's, like, he lost, like, he don't know where he going. Like, so I'm like, okay, like, so I walk up to, like, we have this little, like, I don't want to say, it's more like a triangle, I guess. I was going to say, like, a circle, but it's, like, more like a triangle where, like, mine and my cousin's old driveway, my neighbor's driveway, like, kind of connect and, like, become one driveway. And then there's, like, this little, like, it's kind of more of, like, a triangle circle thing, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. It's fine. So anyway, I walk up there, and I'm, like, looking down the driveway, and I see his car parked, you know, and they have, like, a circle driveway at the end. So I'm like, okay, so he's parked, like, halfway around the circle, right? And he must have walked down to try to give my neighbor the package, and then my neighbor's like, sorry, like, this isn't our package, like, you had the right house the first time. And I don't really know what happened, but okay, so then I see him walk back up to the truck. He gets in the truck, and he, like, instead of going all the way around the circle like a normal person would do if you were driving a car, he, like, backs up all the way around the circle and, like, backs into the woods and then turns around. And I'm like, does he know how to drive? Okay, so he's, like, pulling up to where I was, and he, like, slows down. And okay, so, like, then he opens the door, and he's like, hey, I guess I had the right house the first time, like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, no problem, like, it's totally fine, because, like, hello, if I was a male person, I would get lost all the time, so, like, I have no room to talk. So you know, I'm just like, I was really nice. I was like, you know, no problem. It's totally fine. He was like this younger dude, like maybe 20s, something like that. And he was like super nice. And I was like, you know, no problem. Like, it's totally fine. I would do the same thing. And he gets out of the truck to like shake my hand, you know, and then he was going to get like the package, my sister's computer. So when he gets out of the truck to shake my hand, he's like reaching out to shake my hand, and I'm reaching out to shake his hand. I notice out of the corner of my eye that it looks like his truck is slowly moving backwards. And I went, and then he turns around and he's like, oh! He said a bad word, but I didn't want to say that on here, so. I mean, I guess you can kind of fill in the blank if you want to. But, so he says that, and he, like, takes off running down the driveway, and, like, the car is just, like, flooring it down my driveway. Like, I'm like, oh my God. And it's headed back towards my neighbors. So, like, it went a pretty good distance, too. Like, it went. Like, it was going. Like, they ain't no stopping that car. So I was like, oh my gosh, if it turns, it's gonna hit trees, like, and then the whole back of his, like, FedEx truck is gonna be, like, destroyed. So this poor guy, he's, like, freaking out, and I'm just standing there in shock, like, is this really happening right now? Like, only me. So he, like, there's a neighbor that just pulled in right now. I'm not at my house right now. I'm literally parked in a neighborhood. I thought it would be a quiet place to film, but apparently it's very busy. I should have known people live here, duh. Jeez. But anyway, so I'm like, is this seriously happening right now? Like, only I would witness something like this. So, oh my God. So it's like, it went a pretty good distance. It's not like it just kind of rolled and then he stopped it. So he's like running after this car, and I'm like, if it turns, it's gonna hit trees. Like, it's not gonna be good. And then he like opens the door, and it's like still flying down through there. And he like runs as fast as he can, and he like jumps in the car and like shuts the door, and then like hits the brake, and then he just I'm just still standing where I was before, and I'm just watching it go flying down the driveway, and I'm like, and so I'm just, you know, I'm standing there, and he just slowly pulls back up again, and I'm just like, so he gets out of the car, and he like pushes it in park this time. What I think he might have done to begin with is, like, you know how like the thing when you just pull it, like, you know, like first, second, third, neutral, reverse, drive, he probably threw it into reverse and thought he put it in park, because that's the only thing I can think of that he probably did. And so he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he gets out of the car, and he's like, it's been such a long day. It's been like, oh my gosh, I didn't have enough coffee this morning. And he's just going off. Like, I thought the dude was gonna cry. Like, the poor man. Like, I felt so bad. I should have been like, do you need a hug? Like, because if I was in that situation, I would have died. Like, that would have been it for me. So I felt so bad for this guy, because he's just like, it's been such a long day. Like, I haven't had enough coffee. Like, this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know, he's just everything. And I was like, he just kind of let it all, blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, I'm so sorry you had to see that. And he's like, anyway, and my computer's not working, and like, I need you to sign for this, and it just won't pull up. And he's like, can something just work for me today? And I'm just like, I feel you. I so feel you. I'm so sorry. So the computer finally starts working, like his little like computer thing. And he's like, can you please sign this for me? And I was like, sure. And so I signed the package. He gives me the package. And he's like, you have a great day. I'm really sorry about this. And I was like, it's so fine. We don't have to tell anybody about this. Even though I'm kind of telling the internet about it right now. But, you know, it's fine. So I'm like, you have a great day. Like, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Like, I'm sorry, like, you've had a bad day. And he's like, I promise I'll try not to hit anything today. And I'm like, you do that. Good for you. And so he just kind of like, you know, that nervous, like, I hate myself kind of laughter. Like, that's pretty much what he did. He got in the truck and then he just drives away. So I'm like, did that really just happen? Like, still? I'm confused. So I walk the computer back into the house. I lock the door. And, like, I walk over to my grandparents, blah, blah, blah. So I, like, walk in, and they're like, did it come? Like, why are you here? And I was like, yeah, the package came, but I have a story for you. And so I just told them all the story, and they were, like, dying, and it was interesting. Like, it was weird. And, I mean, like, we have this security camera footage, like, system thing, but, I wanted to try to look and see if, like, we caught the footage on tape, because, like, that would have been gold. Like, I could have just, like, included it on here. That would have been, like, super funny. But, like, the way that our cameras are facing, it didn't get, like, my neighbor's driveway. Like, it's facing all around ours and, like, our property and stuff. So, like, it didn't get, like, where theirs was. And I was, like, super bummed out because, like, I really wanted to, like, watch back, like, what happened from a different perspective. But oh well. So that's pretty much the end of this story. I don't know if it was extremely interesting to tell, but like I thought it was interesting and like kind of crazy, so I wanted to share. So anyway, I hope you guys have like a great rest of your week, and I'll try to make more videos soon. I feel like I've been like super busy, so like I need to try to get back in like filming and stuff like that with my regular boring white background. But anyway, I hope this video was at least somewhat interesting for you guys, and I will try to see you next week ish, hopefully. But anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like if you yeah, do that. It's fine. I'm out. Goodbye. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up for me. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, please, please do. And turn on the notification bell so that you know whenever I post a crazy video, because I'm fun. More or less. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and thanks for watching. Well, they're in a hurry. Dang. I almost hit my car. Ooh, I'm scared. Bye.